Hi there, Becky here from 168 Fitness. Happy New Year to you all as well. So this month I want to help you with your January health, fitness and weight loss goals, or your New Year's resolutions if you set those. And I'm going to take you through each week step by step so that by the end of the month, or sooner hopefully as well, you'll be able to get started and be achieving some of those goals or making good progress with it already. So first step then to achieve your goals is a pretty obvious one. You're going to need some goals. It's one that we often forget though. We just try and get stuck straight in with the actions, which is the next step I'll talk about next week. But this week I want you to focus on what you actually want to achieve. So setting those goals or resolutions or whatever it is that you are thinking about right now. So it might be that you want to lose the weight that you put on over Christmas. That's absolutely fine if it's weight loss goals, or maybe you've got a bigger weight loss goal, because at this time of year it's I love January because you've got the whole year ahead, thinking about what you can achieve in the 12 months ahead of you. It's a really nice time to be setting some goals, but you don't need to be thinking that far ahead if you don't want to. I'm going to talk about sort of setting short, medium and long-term goals shortly, but yeah, you can be setting weight loss goals. You can be thinking about fitness if you maybe have always wanted to start running, or you want to get back into your gym routine. Maybe you've just had a little break over December time, or maybe you've had a bit of a longer break since sort of COVID and lockdowns and things like that, and now's the time you just want to get straight back into it. Maybe it's health goals. Maybe you've been poorly recently, or maybe you just want to boost your immunity with everything that's going on, or maybe you want to boost your energy levels. Maybe you're just suffering a little bit with fatigue at the moment, or just any kind of health goals. You just want to look after yourself and to protect yourself from everything. So you need to think about what it is that you actually want to achieve. So make sure it's something that is really important to you, and not just what everyone else is doing or what you see on social media, or just what you think you should be trying to work towards. So for example, a lot of people think that weight loss is an obvious one, that you've got to be a certain weight, or because you have been a certain weight before, that's what you should be, or a certain size or shape or whatever. If it's not what you actually want to achieve, if it's not important to you, then I would say don't set that goal. The reason why I'd say that is because you're setting yourself up to fail potentially. So if your goal isn't what you actually want to achieve, then it's not going to be important to you, and it's not going to be enough of a priority. It's not going to be motivating enough. You're not going to do the work, and then you're just going to end up failing, which there's no problem with failing, but it's not a great way to start the year. You want to be thinking about things that you actually want to achieve. A good way of thinking about that is if you had a magic button and you could press that button and achieve that goal just by pressing the button, what would that be? What would you do? And the flip side of that is that sometimes people don't set the goals because they're actually scared of the work that needs putting into it, or they're scared of if they did fail, or there's lots of things that they think, I can't do that, or they just put barriers in the way. So it can work both ways. You've got to make sure that it's actually something you want to achieve, but also that it's that you do want to achieve it, and even if there's going to be barriers along the way and it's going to be hard work, that is probably even a better goal, because it's going to be more important to you. It's going to be more rewarding when you do achieve those goals, and there might be hurdles along the way, but that's absolutely fine. We'll face those head on. So anyway, getting back on track. So setting those goals that are really important to you, things that you want to achieve, even if it does seem a little bit scary to start off with. Make sure they're a little bit of they're realistic, but a bit of a stretch. That's how I like to say it. So if you're thinking about short-term goal, you might not be able to lose 5 stone in 6 weeks. I would hope you wouldn't. But if say you've got a wedding in 6 weeks from now, and you want to be able to lose sort of a significant amount of weight, well, that's probably not going to happen. But what you can do is break that down. So that 5 stone goal could be the year goal, the long-term goal. And then we break that down into medium term, and break that down into short term, so that we've got realistic goals, but the overall goal is a bit of a stretch, and it's rewarding enough. If it's too easy, if you set yourself a goal of you losing 5 pounds this year, you've not got much motivation really to get started now, because actually you could wait until the end of the year. You could wait until November, December time and still lose £5 and tick that goal off. So you need it to be realistic and achievable, but a bit of a stretch, so that gets you up, gets you doing it, gets you started straight away, gets you motivated and keeps you focused. And also, deadlines to achieve these goals. So thinking about the short, medium and long term. So I say short is about sort of 4 to 6 week goals. Medium is about 3 months, sort of somewhere in between, somewhere around there, 3 months. And then your long term is probably sort of 6 to 12 months, setting bigger goals for those periods. So maybe you want to start with the bigger goal. If you've got a bigger goal in mind, it might be to run a marathon, it might be to lift certain weights, or it might be, like say, weight loss goal or dress size goal. If you've got that bigger goal, start with that one, break it down into medium and short term, or I can help with that if you need me to. If you've just got the shorter term goals, maybe right now you can't fit in your favourite pair of jeans and you just short term, by the end of this month or 6 weeks from now, you want to be able to fit in those favourite pair of jeans again. That's your short term goal, and that's great. And you might, after that, might be a case of just maintaining that and staying in those jeans all the way through the year. It doesn't always have to be sort of about increasing or decreasing. So maintenance is a goal as well, but we'll get to that. So just setting these goals, that's all we need to do this week. That's what I want you to have a think about. Obviously, if you're struggling at all, feel free to contact me. I can help and give you a bit of a nudge in the right direction of what you can be achieving. Obviously, anything is possible. That's why I love January, is that everyone's really optimistic and positive about what they can achieve in 2022. So feel free to contact me if you need to. What I would say is write these goals down. Don't just have them in your head, because then you're not accountable to anyone in your head, even then you're not especially accountable. Write them down, put them somewhere where you'll see them every day, and just get really focused and excited about these goals. And that's literally all I want you to do this week. You might find that by writing them down, you actually do the next step of sort of taking some action perhaps. But actually this is all I want you to achieve this week, is to set those goals, get super focused on what you want to achieve, super excited, start thinking of how you're going to achieve them and things like that. And then that's going to be next step next week, is to get started with that plan of action. So feel free to get in touch with me. I'd love to help and can help with personal training or just giving you some advice. So please do get in touch if you need that. If not, I'll see you next week for some more top tips.